Today we are on one of the Wisper Trails. The name is Dickschieder Wildwechsel. We started in Dickschied at the village community center. Right at the beginning we are greeted by a skylark. Deep indented valleys and grandiose views await us. Now, at the beginning of summer, you can still hear a lot of bird calls. They will be with us throughout the hike. The path leads us first through sparse forest. The red foxglove blooms everywhere. It's poisonous, but pretty to look at. Aren't they just beautiful, the many bird calls? There is also a lot of forest damage here in the Wisper Taunus. We have been on the road for a while and want a nice place to rest. And suddenly it appears as requested. We enjoy the beautiful view and the tranquility. The path also runs over meadows. Then it is not the birds that sing a song. The chirping of the crickets is just as nice. But soon the path leads back into the forest, and we hike down into the valley. Many of the trails are single trails and are pleasant to walk on. There is the valley floor. Isn't that a beautiful view? Down there is a small stream called Meerbach. The Meerbach is only a small stream, but the air is still cooler and fresher here. Unfortunately, we have to leave the small valley with the soft murmuring Meerbach. It's time for us to find a place for our lunch break. We are lucky this time too. This bench is about 3 meters above a wayside cross. We have a wonderful view, and at the same time we can see what happens on the path. After our break, we continue our hike. The air becomes increasingly humid. The terrain suddenly changes and it gets rockier. This area has its own charm. It goes downhill on a rocky ridge. If you are lucky, you can see mouflon here, but we weren't lucky. Suddenly I hear a faint chirping. It comes from a small hole in a tree. Unfortunately, I don't know which bird is breeding there. Maybe you know. the valley floor, we are enchanted again by a wonderful bird concert. We follow a little stream called Herzbach. This section of the way is not exciting, but soon we have to go uphill again. The path leads back to the fields. There you have a great view, but there is no shade. The air becomes increasingly humid. Thunderstorms have been reported for the evening. We are happy that the path leads back into the forest. Here the air is still pleasant and bearable. The silence is wonderful. You can only hear the birds and the wind in the trees. The last long climb is ahead of us. This beautiful place is located just below Dickschieder in the forest. The air is thick, it is difficult to breathe, and hundreds of tiny flies want to annoy us. If you asked me how this hike was, I would say grandiose. Lots of narrow paths, great views and varied routes. Only a few hundred meters and we are at the parking lot. I hope you enjoyed this hike as much as we did. I would be happy if you would be back at the next one. See you soon. Bye bye.